Hello everyone. Today we're going to be talking a little bit about the task ribbon in Microsoft Project. The commands in this ribbon are primarily focused on helping you schedule your task, updating your task progress, and updating or editing your work breakdown structure. So as you can see here, I have my project plan opened. It's called Catalog Publishing, as you can see at the top of my project client. And I'm on the task ribbon here. So we'll go through a couple of the commands in the different sections so you can have a bit of a walkthrough of what this ribbon is used for and how it can be used. So off to the left here is the view section. If you click on the drop down here, you can look at all of the different views that are in Microsoft Project. You can look at more views here, you can create your own view and you can save it here. And then at the top here are the custom views that I have in my project client. The next section here is the clipboard. This is where you can cut, copy, paste, or format any of the tasks or columns or rows or anything in your plan. The next section here is the font. You can use this to change the font size, the color, highlighting, fill, any sort of those formatting type of options in your tasks or in your project plan. If we'd like to make this task number 2 to have a different fill, we can just click it here. We can update the project size if there's something that you need to emphasize in your project schedule. So you have a little bit of custom options there for how you'd like to present your information. This next section here is the schedule section, and this is the most frequently used section in Microsoft Project for updating your task progress. These options up here at the top give you a quick way to update the task progress. You have the option of marking things as 0% complete, 25, 50, 75, or 100% complete. As you can see here, my work breakdown structure in my project schedule has 0% complete. There has been no work that has been assigned to this task. So if I come and highlight a task here and I want to mark it as 50% complete, all I have to do is click this 50% complete button, and you can see over here in the percent complete column that it updates it to be 50%. And I can update that for a couple of tasks at a time as well if I would like. I just need to highlight all of the tasks, and then I can mark them as 100% complete. It also will automatically update my summary task as a roll-up of the subtasks underneath it. So marking tasks rows 2 through 5 as complete will update the percent complete for that summary task. Also in the schedule section is this mark on track. It uses today's date in relation to the task start and finish dates to update the percent complete. So as you can see, this project schedule is from 2017 and I'm currently 2018. So any tasks that I highlight, if I click mark on track, it will mark them as 100% complete, meaning that at this point in time, if everything is on track, they will be 100% complete. There's also this Outdent and Indent section to help you create your work breakdown structure. This summary task here is outdented, and all of the subtasks underneath it have been indented. And that's how you help create your structure and your flow for your project plan to make it easy to see and to read. This option right here is the split task function, and this is for if you need to work on a task at different dates. You can have it start on a date, create a split in between, and have the rest of it finish. To create a split task, you click the split up here, which draws up this indicator here, this icon with the 2 lines with the arrow. You click in the middle of the task to split, and you can drag it to its new spot. As you can see in this task here, task number 16, I have now split it to do some work on this Monday, and then no work for the rest of the week until the following Monday. There is the link and the unlink buttons here, and these will help you to link your tasks together to create a predecessor or successor relationship, or you can unlink it if you'd like to no longer have the tasks be related in that manner. So as you can see in my predecessor column here, there have already been links created in my project, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to take tasks 10 through 12 and I'm going to unlink them. And as you can see, it adjusts the rest of my project plan because these tasks no longer are incorporated into the flow. And in these columns here, it has also removed the links between these 3 tasks. If I want to relink them, or if I'm creating my project schedule for the first time, then I click the link option here. And by default, it does a finish to start relationship, as can be noted here in my task information section. My finish to start relationship. And it indicates here what is the predecessor of the task I am currently on. So if I am on task 11, the predecessor is task 10. I also have the respect links here, which will move selected tasks in your project plan if they give an error saying that their dates can't be determined because of a dependency. You can click on respect links and it will respect the linking of your project tasks. If you'd like to inactivate any of the tasks in your project plan, but you'd like to keep them there for reference or in case they need to be reactivated, then you can click this inactive button here. So I'm going to inactivate tasks 11 and 12. Click inactive, and what it will do is it will shift everything underneath it. Now the project will jump straight from 10 to 13. And as you can see this, you have the finish date of task 10 is March 3rd, and the start date of task 13 is March 6th. So the plan will just continue moving. The next section here is the tasks section. I can choose whether I want my tasks to be manually scheduled or auto-scheduled. Auto-scheduled is our recommended way to build out your project schedules because it will automatically calculate dates and values for the tasks based on the dependencies, calendars, and other factors in your project schedule. All you need to do is insert your task name and the duration in the work and create the predecessor, successor, task dependency relationships, and then the tasks will automatically schedule it for you. You have the inspect option here to view all the factors that are affecting a current task start date or suggestions. If you have any indicators pop up here that need to be inspected, you'll be able to see if you have a resource over allocation as indicated here by this red man, or some other indicators here if you have deadlines incorporated into your project or something like that. You can click the inspect here and you can inspect certain tasks, show all warnings, which is on by default, show suggestions, or show ignored problems in your project schedule. Here's the move task, and you can move it either forwards or backwards in your project schedule. So if we have here, and then we want to move this task forward a day or a week or backwards, here is where you can do that without dragging and dropping your tasks. And you have this mode option here, and it chooses whether new tasks are created with dates or automatically scheduled based on the project start date or current date. The next section here is the insert section, and here is where you can quickly insert a new task, a summary task, or a milestone into your project plan. All you have to do is select the spot that you would like to create it, select new, and a new one is created above the currently selected task. I'm going to remove this milestone from my plan as I do not need it. And then the next section over here is the property section. This is where you can view the details about your project, about the tasks and the information and any notes that you have added to your tasks. So I'm going to select task number 13 here, click on task information, and here is where I can view, there are several different tabs and several different details that you can view for this task in itself. There's a general tab that gives you the overall information, the scheduling, the duration, the dates of the task, as well as a couple options here. Here are your predecessor relationships, any resources assigned to the tasks, your advanced tab that shows if you have any deadlines or any constraints, and it shows your task type and work breakdown structure information here. Any notes you have associated with this task, and then any custom fields at the task level that need to be filled out. Any required fields will have an asterisk next to them. I'm going to close that box. If I click on my notes section here, it will bring up the notes tab of my task information box, and I can insert in here any notes that I have about my task in particular. If I click on the detail section here, it creates a split screen within my project schedule. The top is the Gantt chart view as indicated over here on the left, and then down at the bottom, it's showing me the task details form. This is very helpful when you're trying to see specific pieces of your project schedule while also being able to view the project schedule as a whole. So right now I have task number 13 highlighted, so it's showing me the task details for that particular one. If you right-click off in this blank section over here, there are a couple of different details you can see specifically about that one task. You can see the work, the actual and the baseline and remaining work. You can look into the cost, any notes or objects, any relationships, any resources, all in one easy view. To go back to a single view or to get rid of the split view, you can either right-click and highlight Select Split, or you can just select details up here at the top again. Another thing you can view in your project schedule is your timeline view. So any tasks that you'd like to see, maybe it's a milestone here, you can add it to your timeline so you can see it as a whole. And the timeline section will appear up here at the top, and it'll show you, here is a new task I've added to the timeline, and it will give you the date for completion. Here's a link to Planner if you have Microsoft Planner connected with your Microsoft Project Pro. And then here's the editing section where you can scroll to I'm going to go down here to another task where you can scroll to the task in off to the right. I'm going to click scroll to task, and it will update the right section to scroll to where that task is located. I can also use this to find or replace anything in my project schedule, clear any sort of formatting or notes or an entire row, or I can use this to continue a value into another one if I need to drag and drop a certain value into multiple tasks. So that is an overview of the task ribbon. There are several other ribbons in here that have another section and video dedicated to them as well. Bye.